Right, these are the lures that we're going to be using to do these tests with. Colours may vary from time to time, but they will stay the same weight throughout the tests. So from left to right, we've got a 24 gram paddle tail, we've got a 17 gram chatterbait, we've got an 11 to 12 centimetre jerkbait weighing in at 13 gram, we've got 9 gram spin tails, we've got an 8 gram popper, we've got 2 6 gram jerk baits, and down the bottom is a 4 gram paddle tail. That's what we're going to be using for all of these rod tests. Right folks, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for checking out this video. This is the second in a series of Temu reviews, and in today's review we're going to be looking at the Billings Kylin Baitcaster 4+1 ball bearings, and I just happened to repair that today with the Sougayilang 2.1 meter 10 to 30 gram casting rod. Nice purple handle, neoprene butts down the bottom, and all important bit of cork. I'll have a bit of cork on it if it's predator rod. Styling, thought we'd check that out first because it kind of hits you in the face. I did it last on the other one, but we'll try and do it first from now on. It's just a plain black blank. It's got a sticker on with the company's name. A little bit of red detailing around the eye on the first section. You can still see the metal coming through it there a lot. Don't know if the camera's picking that up, but it does. Up to the top section, no detailing on this, I'm afraid. It still looks like, yeah, you can still see the metal of the eye coming through. If you can't see it on the GoPro chest camera, I'll take a photo of it and see if I can capture it on that. So again, a budget rod. I think this was around the £12 mark, £12 to £14 mark. Forgive me if I get the price wrong. The details are down below in the bottom. And we're going to start with the 24 gram box paddle tail. So this is 6 gram under what it says it can cast. Seems alright. Give it a chuck. Cast okay. So first thing to note is this rod is definitely stiffer than the first rod, than that vice rod in the first episode. Definitely stiffer. Can't really feel the paddle tail working on this. Oh, I can if I wind a bit faster. Maybe I wasn't retrieving fast enough. Let's go over straight off the reel retrieve. Yeah, I can feel it kicking now. And the end of the rod's bouncing. Another indication that it's working. No problem bringing that 24 gram back. A short cast there because I saw a fish strike earlier. Again, the objective isn't necessarily to catch a fish while we're doing this, it's just to talk about how good or bad either the rod or the reel is. And it's casting 24 gram fine, which, to be fair, most of you are going to pick up off the shelves, one company or another. 24, 25, 20-ish gram. It seems to be what's on most of the shelves. So straight off the shelf fishing for a day's bait casting if you've never done it before, yep, definitely can do it. Last one. I'm getting the hang of this reel now. And so you could probably get further once you play about with it, but I've just got it set up so it's not going to overspool on me, potentially, hopefully, it says. Might do as we get down the lighter weight. So 24 gram, no problem. Let's drop it down to the 17 gram chatbait and see what sort of feedback we get from that. Back in a sec. Right, 17 gram, let's see. Yeah, it wants adjusting a little. There we go. Give it a chuck. Yeah, went out nice. 25 meters. I had my thumb on the spool then. Give it a bit of a bigger cast next time, but straight off the reel retrieve. Feedback's good. Feel like chatterbait working. Yeah, feedback's good from that. Bit more distance that time. Again, it's chucking a similar distance to the feist rod. 25-30 meters with 17 gram. And cast out again and give you a listen to the reel. It's not making any noises to my ear. All I'm hearing is the braid coming through the line guide back onto the spool. So out it goes. Right, have a listen. Just sounds like any other reel would do. No clicks or anything. One more chuck down the margin with this. And then we'll move the weight down a bit because, again, this is fine. So we're moving on to the 13 gram jerk bait after this. I think this rod will deal with it better than the feist rod did. It's a little stiffer. So let's get them swapped over. Right, so we're back with the 13 gram 11-12 centimeter twitch bait. So I think this will do a little bit better than the feist rod that we've had out before this. Nice cast. Yeah, because it's a stiff rod, it's definitely feeling better. I'll get it in and do a off the reel retrieve, see what I can feel. That does feel nice today. Feel the kick on each one of them little tugs that I give it. Let's fire it back out there. Right, so straight off the reel retrieve. Remembering that with a jerk bait or a twitch bait, all that's really doing is rolling from side to side. I can feel that rolling and kicking. It doesn't really kick like a paddle tail, but it does, back end of it does stick out. Yeah, it's good. One more. Ooh, nearly cast myself in then. So again, these are all super common off the shelf lures that you're going to get in places like Angling Direct and my local Phil's Bait and Tackle. So you should be all right. Up to 13 gram 11-12 centimeter twitch bait. So let's drop the weight down again. I think we're on 9 gram spin tails next. See how it deals with that. Right, we're back with the 9 gram spin tail. The first thing to remember with this is we're 1 gram off the minimum weight recommended, or recommended even, recommended, that's not even a word, recommended casting weight. So feedback from the spin tail is probably going to be pretty good. Yeah, I can feel that just at short range, but with other lures at that weight it might not be. So let's see if it needs dialing in. Yeah, it does. There we go. So not as sensitive as the expert reel. The spool reduction knob at the side there, it's very click click and open or not. But yeah, that feels nice coming back. I can feel that tail working, and I would assume that you can, you know, this is one of the more violent laws that are out there, isn't it? Yeah. Again, it's casting 25-30 meters. Feels all right. To say the rod was like £12, £14, and the reel was £12, I don't think you can grumble at that. In fact, the braid on the reel cost more than the flipping setup itself. So, because I bought this from Angling Direct, I needed it quick. Fishing this 9 gram, no problem. No problem at all. The feedback's fine. And to be honest, I don't think it's going to struggle with the 8 gram popper, because it's a little bit stiffer than that other rod. So we'll get it swapped over and give it a go. Right, so we are back with the 8 gram popper. So the thing to remember is we're 2 gram under minimum recommended cast weight. So when you go underweight, you tend to lose a little bit of accuracy. I was just aiming straight out into the middle there, so that shouldn't be a problem. But throwing into little nooks and crannies and bushes, different kettle of fish. Stiffer, definitely a stiffer rod. And in all honesty, this little 8 gram popper is not giving me much feedback down the rod itself. I think this is again, it's one of those things, yeah, you can do it. Surface fishing's a lot of the times quite visual. You can do it at a push. With that slightly softer rod tip, just work this lure a little bit better. Don't know if the GoPro on my chest picking that up. That little swirl in the water in front of me, that's the lure. It's supposed to do that. Yeah, you can certainly work it. So push comes to shove, you could do it. Last one out there, because we're 2 gram under. So, and this gets back in, we're dropping down again to the 6 gram twitch bait, which is 4 gram under this rod's minimum recommended cast weight. See what kind of feedback it gives us from that. Right, let's get it swapped over, try it out. Right, so we're back with the 6 gram twitch bait, Gravity Twitch, this one, Savage gear. Remember, 4 grams underweight. Now let's see how we go. Cast a little shorter, probably 15 to 20 meters. That's because we're not loading the rod up as much as we would do if it was the correct weight. But the reel dealt with it. Mostly the reel that helped you get that far then. It's interesting because I can actually feel that working that lure quite nicely. Just straight off the reel retrieve. Yeah. Again, I feel that kick in. It's nice. So we'll fish a 6 gram twitch bait. And I think that's because mostly with twitch baits you impart the action, don't you? So you're fighting against that lure, darting it here and there. and you can feel that as well as the normal retrieve. But again, I'm not going to bother doing the 4-gram paddle tail. It's just not going to fish that. You might be able to drop it off a canal wall. Oh, we had a take then. You might be able to drop it off a canal wall at 4-gram and work the margin. But that's about your lot. And we have lost accuracy there. I nearly threw this into the tree then. We'll stay wide of that. One more chuck. There we go. And then we'll give our review. So, how am I going to grade these? I think I'm going to grade them separately, because the first one, a 1 thumbs up for that setup was adequate for both. For this, I think if you're using this as a big perch, small pike kind of thing, chuck in, well, like we've just done, sort of 10 to 20-ish grams. It's lovely. It feels nice. It's got a nice action to it. So I'll give the rod 1.5 thumbs up, and the reel, well, in all honesty, that expert reel was a smoother retrieve, and I am struggling to tell which parts of this are metal and which parts are plastic. Again, it's a budget reel. It's about 12 or 14 pounds. Certainly does the job. Does the job adequately like the other one did, so it's going to be worth at least 1 thumbs up. So that's 1 thumbs up for the Billings Kylin Baitcaster 4+1 ball bearings, and line 0.125 at 180 meters. It's got 0.1 on it, so it's probably rocking about 210 meters. Yeah, 1 thumbs up, 1.5 thumbs up for the Sougayilang at 2.1 meter, 10 to 30 gram rod. And again, there's no like serial model number or anything like that, serial name, nothing. So for identification purposes, there'll be a link in the bottom of the description. And if you're looking around, it's the black and purple rod, and it does have a red set of whip in here to hold this hook eye on, but it looked hideous, so I coloured it in with a black marker pen. In fact, for that, we're going to reduce that to a 1. So it is a 1 thumbs up for each of them, because that bit of styling there was terrible. I don't know why they did that. So there, 1 thumbs up. Black and purple Sougayilang 2.10 meter, 10 to 30 gram casting rod. Billings Kylin 4+1 ball bearings baitcaster. Adequate. Total setup less than 30 quid. So can't fault it. Value for money, definitely. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. If you call